How's it going there, YouTube? Welcome to Car Guys New England, and here's another video for you guys. 5 things I hate about my Lamborghini Murcielago. So the first thing I hate about my Lamborghini is the factory roof that comes with this thing. It's an erector set. Honestly, I don't feel it's that well made, quite frankly, and it looks really goofy. It actually looks like a toupee, like a really obvious toupee on some old man who thinks he's like fooling people. It absolutely looks terrible. And in a moment, I'll show you what I've done with my top. And let's take a look. All right, so when I got the car, one of the actual first things I did was I literally removed the roof. And it has been underneath my pool table ever since. There it is. Haven't put it back on the car. Haven't looked back. No regrets. So the number 2 thing I absolutely hate about my Lamborghini Murcielago is this god-awful airbag. What were the designers thinking? Seriously. The branding on here is terrible. The guys with the Gallardos got a much better looking steering wheel and airbag. You know, not to diss any of those cars, but they were the lower model vehicle for the line. But the Murcielago gets the shitty airbag. And, that's just one thing that kind of drives me nuts because there's really nothing you can do about it. The steering wheel, you can change that all day, but you are stuck with this ugly, just repulsive airbag in front of you. I'm just not feeling it. So here's the third thing that I absolutely it just amazes me that they did this in this car. I know for aesthetics reasons, they didn't want to put the emergency brake handle in the middle console. Obviously, I understand that. But why would you put it literally next to the seat in the sill in a spot where you try to get out of the vehicle? It's just stupid. It's so dumb. I never use it because of this, because I don't want an emergency brake handle up my ass. It's just stupid. With all honesty, they could have done something like they do on domestic American cars, where you have an emergency brake pedal and a release underneath the dash. I mean, there's so many other better ways that they could have done this, or put it somewhere else, that it just makes no sense to put that part here. So the fourth thing I hate about this car is just some of the maintenance costs that I incurred on this car. And it could be because it wasn't driven a lot from a previous owner. But here you go, 240811. And this just keeps going, 1500. Oh, 1500. 1500. Let's see. 1,500, and these 1,500s were payments towards a bigger job that got done on the engine, and this one was 1,000, which was part of that bigger job as well. It's just insane, and this wasn't even through the dealer to do the service, so I saved a lot of money, believe it or not. But at the same time, the parts costs on this car is just ridiculous. So just an example, this particular bonnet that you're looking at right here over the engine cover, it's like a $20,000 part. The front bumper, that's like $20,000. The seats are like $7,000. The windshield's like $10,000. The headlights, $10,000. I think I already said the front bumper, but yeah, that's like $20,000. It's just ridiculous as far as some of the parts costs. So one thing to keep in mind, that if you get an exotic, it's one thing to make the note, it's a whole different ball game to keep it on the road, and also to give the car the maintenance that it deserves and that it needs. So just keep that in mind, because otherwise one big problem in one of these cars could put you out of commission for a long time. So the fifth thing that I hate about the Lamborghini Murcielago, and you know, the thing that kind of drives me nuts, is this just isn't an easy vehicle to work on. Because of these huge fenders, you know, you don't want to be leaning on all this stuff to get at it. If you look at any of the manuals for this car, pretty much the prescription for anything under this engine bonnet is remove the engine. That's not something that a lot of people are going to want to be doing. And I'm pretty, mechanically inclined, and this car, to me, it scares me because a lot of it just goes together wacky ways. I've had stuff apart. I installed a lot of the countermeasure stuff in the interior. Just taking apart things, it's awkward. It's not easy. You're usually working from weird angles, or they give you no room to get anything. Like there's just literally, you'd have to have the hands of a child to even get at some of the things. So thank you for watching my video, and stay tuned. We're going to have more great videos coming soon.